Don't need money, got my own. I got bags to blow. Hold up, boy, I don't need your dough, but you can spend it on me if you want. Don't need money, got my own. I got bags to blow. Not a boy, don't need dough, but you can spend it if you want. And you know me, I do the most. Bank account stay on overflow. Go for broke. Shut down stores. Save my own. I'll spend yours. Ay. Getting yours, but I don't mind some more. I got mine, but I blow all of yours. Boy, I do this all day. Hope your money long, babe. Want me the strong way. Don't need money, got my own. I got bags to blow. Hold up, boy, I don't need your dough, but you can spend it on me if you want. Don't need money, got my own. I got bags to blow. Not a boy, don't need dough, but you can spend it if you want.
Young and I got my own. Doing that cause my body on whoa. Waist so small but the bank look big. I could blow mine but I'd rather blow it.
Look, they get it, how they live it. Yeah, they live it, how they get it. Boo radio, keep it spinning. Now if you like it, you should listen. But don't write what they inventing unless you finna call for what percentage. Now you tripping off that vision. Treat this music like religion. I told you we don't stop. DJ Hershey, let it bang at the side. Want a music revolution? Yeah, you've come to the right spot. Oh, you wanna bubble with the beat? This Fubu Radio, Atlanta family. Truth hurts, Vassia to Cornelius, gon' call them up. Y'all been knowing this for a while. Quit playing like you don't know. Turn the volume up real loud. You gotta feel it when it's that dope. You know you're rocking with the best right now. This is Fubu Radio, so don't you dare touch the dial. We sound
That's right. Welcome back. 2020, everybody. Yeah. What's up?
Why do we? You scare me.
This is Core DJ Hershey.
Vassia Serrano, the voice.
And your boy Cornelius George.
And we are back. Fubu Radio, Kiss Radio Show, Facebook Live. How was your 2020, y'all?
Beautiful. I got married in 2019, so 2020 came in real sweet.
Congratulations, Vassia.
Congratulations.
What about you, Cornelius?
Hey, man, 2019 was a pretty good year.
Uh-huh. That's it?
Pretty good year. Hey, ready for 2020.
It's about to be better.
That's all we looking for.
Speaking of being better, we're going to go back to being dope.
That's it.
Start off the 2020 with TP. Let's go.
I used to listen to this music and feel so inspired. Now it's like rapping is synonymous with lying. Talking about money, cars, and they ain't even pimping. Real life, I could pull more chicks than them, and I ain't into women. Swimming in deep thought, build it like Noah's Ark. That arthritis in my wrist, but I got a show to start. Won't even let that stop me. I got too much heart. You couldn't land in my circle if we were playing darts. Go ahead, throw your best line, I'll be fine. You know why? Cause you react while I recline. And I run this. Suicides, sharp like black keys. You better read between the lines. I'm more efficient than your mailman. I deliver the coldest flow you've ever known, like it was dipped in winter. -6 degrees, feeling like DC. Ain't what made me, but how it made me see. I'm dope, 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 yeah, dope, dope. You should already know. Dope, 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 yeah, Faith is believing what you can't see. So what's it called when you see but can't believe? That's how it is with A&Rs and record companies. Y'all watching this and want me now? I just up my feet. So many no's like I'm Destiny's child, about to go wild if they keep on questioning. Like, who's your writer, your producer, who is that singing? Look, for the first and last time, it's all me. I earned this and I learned this. I started opposite from the top. And when I get into this beast mode, man, it's a couple things that I'm not. Not your homie, your boo thing, your bad, your thought. Been a legend and training, but these training wheels about to pop. Cause this is all I know. I'll be damned if I don't blow. I don't see eye to eye with no 9 to 5, and that's just the way it go. Used to be scared to talk about myself and then go out and promote. But I ain't scared no more, cause I am just that dope. One and only. T-I-A-P. One and only.
All right. Whose song was that? I didn't get it.
Oh, that was
I-A-P. T-A-P.
T.A.P., the one and only.
T-A-P.
How y'all doing? Welcome back to the show. This is the Kiss Radio Show live here on FUBU Radio, home of the independent artist at its best, and that's what we do. Y'all just heard one of our majors, T.A.P. Happy 2020, y'all. Which leads me, I think this is going to be a split topic of the day. This is going to be fun today because Vassir and I, we went to go see family in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of sparked some some moments, but the topic of the day is, what's the most underrated New Year's resolution?
Underrated New Year's resolution. Go ahead, break that down for me.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, every year is like, you know what, I'm gonna start my fitness goals, and you see everybody in the gym on January 1st at noon working on their fitness goals. But then where are they?
You mean where are they come the next New Year?
Well, I mean, you know, January 2nd, 3rd. Cornelius, what do you think?
I think that's about right. The underrated, I mean, are you asking the one that we quit the fastest?
Yeah, because I mean, there's a bunch of them, but I'm saying I just threw the fitness one out there as one of them.
One of my favorite is, I'm going to cut all the negative people out my life.
That's a good one.
Like, I love that one. People go, I'm finna cut out everybody who's negative in my life right now. You know, cutting out all 250 of y'all.
Dang.
Like, if you got that many people negative in your life, then it might not be them.
But doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Vassir, what'd you say?
I think that when you say stuff like, you know what, it's a new year, I'm going to stop cursing. And then living in Atlanta, you go to drive to the store just to get a gallon of milk, and you back on the wrong path.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm going to work out more.
Yeah. 678-894-0026. Y'all can join in, chime in. Enjoying this conversation with us here on the Kiss Radio Show. That's what we're here about. Fitness, finance. It's another one.
Not eating out, cooking more. That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Start going to the grocery store more.
Jocelyn Latrice Johnson on Facebook says, Happy New Year. Most underrated resolution would have to be this year is going to be better than last year. She said it's so ambiguous that it's the easiest to achieve, and that makes it the easiest to put off. In her opinion, that's why 12/25 through the 31st of every year leaves people singing the next year, God be my best year. Oh, gon' be my best year.
Gon' be your best.
Gon' be my best year.
She used the school word ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
What's up, Jocelyn? Thank you for tuning into the show. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. Specifically, me, myself, I got to get back in the gym. Oh my gosh. It's been a busy.
I don't even tell myself that.
Come on,
For
Cornelius.
2 years, I paid Gold's Gym membership faithfully and never went.
At least you're consistent.
Listen, I done put on about 15, 20 pounds of just happy weight, as they call it.
Happy week.
Happy weight, what you call them. Yes.
Well,
I'm a little
that's
squishy.
but that's better than having unhappy weight.
Well,
Unhappy
weight. Like,
depressed,
Like if you're
stressed.
happy, you're like, what's wrong with you? Wrong?
yeah, unhappy weight make you look anorexic.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
I've been there.
Been anorexic, me too.
I have not been anorexic, but I've had a lot
I've
of
been
weight
there.
loss
I've been
due to
there.
stress. So I've been there.
Before my mother and father got together, I was slim.
I'm so
I was
confused.
slim.
Before they got together?
Before they hooked up, I was slim.
What?
When I was still attached to my daddy. When father was carrying me around, I was
That's
slim.
disgusting.
I was slim when my
That is
father
so wrong.
he would still carry me around.
I was still so slim, I was just a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
Before he hit that, oh.
Boy, that one was chunky. Ew.
Wow.
Always too far. My bad.
Yeah. Shout out to my brothers and
Y'all
sisters. that
started it.
Shout out to my siblings that didn't make it.
Pour a little bit out for them.
Wow.
Oh, see?
Something
New
wrong with
Year's
y'all.
starting off just the same way the last one ended. Hashtag too far.
Talk about starting 2020 with a bang. Which say you kiss Sonia 678-894-0026. Y'all can call in and join in this topic. We love y'all. Doing some shout outs. Avery, what's up, my Chi-Town brother? We got Elizabeth Cooper. Hey, what's going on,
She
sis?
said, don't ever get that in your eye.
Or do.
No.
No? Okay. Too soon?
Question.
Yes, ma'am.
When you go to the beach and you get seawater in your eye, does it sting?
I never had it in
Oh,
my eye.
here we go. No, she talking about what you were talking
From
about
the
earlier.
salt? No, I'm not. From the salt
Sure.
content.
Fish.
So from the salt content, it probably stings. So I probably wouldn't get that in my eye either. It's just the point I'm trying to make.
Really?
I'm just saying.
First of all. Okay, that's another show.
First off, not everybody has tasted both seawater.
That's what we're going to talk
Some
about.
people don't have the comparison. Everybody don't have the comparison.
Yeah,
You've
you
never
gotta,
been to the beach.
Yeah, I've been to the beach, but
no, you gotta
Ocean.
be careful of those seamen out there.
So do you see where this? See what you started, Elizabeth? Do you see what you started?
2020.
You know where it's going.
Yeah,
2020, we
going raw.
gonna dial it back from being politically correct all the time. We gonna go ODB style.
ODB style.
Ooh, baby, I like it, bro.
Oh my gosh. Hey, yo, check it out. So this whole New Year's resolution thing, I need to spend more time with family. You know, most of my direct family, we're all in different states. And I got to tell you, this past pre-New Year's weekend, we had so much fun in
We really
Chicago.
did.
Oh my gosh.
And it was warm.
Oh man,
considering.
we brought the heat for real. We landed. So first of all, let's talk about travel plans.
This is where we morph.
My experience, I'm not gonna shout out to the airline that did this, but when I tell you, on the return, that doggone pilot landed like he stole a plane.
Let's just say the airline is filled with spirit.
This one over here.
The flight attendant actually said,
Whoa.
he drove it like he stole it, but we're here half an hour early.
He drove it like we stole it.
Bro, we hit the runway, hit this corner at least 100 miles an hour.
At a bank.
Hey, did you die?
Listen, I wanted to wait to see if
At the
Snoop
end
Dogg
of-
came out
We almost did.
At the end of the day,
the turbulence.
at the end of the day, if you made it back,
Bro, and also the entire flight in return was nothing but turbulence. I think he was just he was flying through the clouds on purpose. I was like, you can go above him, nigga.
What?
You can go above him, nigga.
there was somebody there was somebody that took advantage of all that turbulence.
Oh man, the whole hour and 30 minutes. We was like,
Somebody had a good time.
On the flight out, though, it wasn't turbulence. It
Not
was a
at all.
different airline, but I tell you what, and I had both earbuds in. I was asleep. I had on a panda mask.
She was
and all you
looking like a
could hear
ninja.
was
Yeah, there
the
was
whole flight.
there was a lap poodle on a plane somewhere.
Wow.
Like, if you don't drug that dog, I'm just
One of the
saying.
passengers looked around, looked at me. She's like, "Was that a squeaky
Squeaky
toy?" But when I tell you one of the most funniest, and this is going where the question of the day or the topic of the day kind of morphs. I had one of the most funniest experiences ever in our family history. Shout out to my brother, who he kicked this off. I told you once before, you know, a good game of Uno will either get you added or subtracted from a wheel. And this happened. I'm going to leave you in suspense and think about it because we're going to come back to that. But topic of the day. Uno. It's dangerous, man, if it's not
It's
played
the
right.
one where you play the unwritten rules.
Ghetto Uno.
There
We
you
play
go.
Ghetto Uno.
We play black people rules,
Yes.
which is house rules. Whoever deck of card it belong to.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. That's who make up the rules.
I just want y'all to keep in mind, and she's going to go into the story about what happened this weekend. But when I played this with him, I literally flipped the table.
It was her first experience. She was mad. That's all right. It usually happens.
She don't understand our people.
How many people out there play Ghetto Uno?
If you black, you play Ghetto Uno. It's ghetto everything. Ghetto Monopoly.
Well, this one made him feel some kind of way when it happened between him and his girlfriend, because for some reason his girlfriend had a vendetta against me to beat me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but still,
Cards will make you break up your relationship.
all day. So we had Ghetto Uno in one room, dominoes in the other.
I started the bones playing with a bunch of old men.
She was slapping in there like she was Ice Cube.
No, so you playing with the old people. They were being nice.
No, they weren't. Ain't no love lost. Topic of the day. What's the most underrated New Year's resolution have you heard? 678-894-0026. Let's kick off the new year 2020. Y'all call in. Join in. We want to hear y'all talk about it. We talk about the weight loss, fitness. We talk about
No cussing.
no cussing, which it leads us into my family experience. But
Have you noticed the New Year resolution that people should have, they don't ever really go after?
Such as.
you mean
Like-
the one that's ideal for them?
Like, I'm going to stop being mean to people.
They can't do that.
Like the one, like the truly introspective one, like I'm going to stop doing this to folks. They'll never have those. No, I'm good on that.
I mean, I guess it's kind of like all-encompassing when you say that I'm going to improve on my spiritual being this year. So you would think that being nicer to
Nope,
people,
that just means
but then Black
go to church
Friday
more.
happens, and then people lose their dang on minds in their previous
my
religious
TV.
practice.
My father's going to be mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Uh-oh, here we go.
A New Year resolution that people kind of give up on early on, paying tithes. I just ain't got it this week, Jesus.
I mean, between Christmas and New Year's.
I could put some on it.
Listen, I heard you took a fish and you fed a lot of people, and one piece of loaf of bread, here's a penny. We'll see what you can do with that.
That's how
Like
old
I'm
man
behind on my
voice.
I'm behind on my tithe, Jesus. I ain't got it this
How do
week.
you get behind on your tithes?
Light
Exactly how
bill,
much-
gas bill, water bill.
But what amount is considered behind?
You supposed to pay 10%
Right.
of your gross.
Do
Most
they-
people go, how come they can't come off the net?
The fish came off the net.
Do you take promissory notes?
Like, whew. Can we get a budget bill like Georgia Power?
Give me that napkin. I
Your
promise
tithes
to
for the
pay.
year, you need to pay this right here. You need
Elizabeth
13.
said giving up sugar.
Giving up sugar.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Elizabeth also said, "Is it just me, or do
As I
you
sip
also
my
begin
liquor."
praying, and in between words say, 'Dear Lord, okay, we're all dying. Okay, gonna take me out like this in the wind.
Come out on
okay.
the plane.
Yeah, in an aluminum shaped ladies' toy.
I like her.
Wow.
Say yes.
Okay, she wins. she won the hashtag.
Now, wait a minute. That's what I was trying to say about on the ride back.
Shape.
Somebody had a lot of
Enjoyed the
fun with.
turbulence.
Somebody enjoyed it.
It's an aluminum shape.
They didn't need the Energizer Bunny.
I'm just saying. Well,
Girl, if you gonna go through it, you might as well go ahead and enjoy yourself over here.
went out with a bang. 678-894-0026. You know what, Cornelius?
Yes,
2020 is your time
2020.
for just kind of updates on what's going on. You ready?
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
we've been out for a minute. You spent your holidays on back page, side page, on the blue page. Now it's time to get caught up with front page with Vasir Serrano.
Hello, Kiss Radio family. Happy friggin' New Year.
Hey.
So this first story is not very happy. Actually, none of my stories are very happy. With this recently coming in, probably just before the hour. So Nick Gordon, which many people know as Bobby Christina Brown's former fiance, and if you don't know who Bobby Christina is or was in this particular case, she was Whitney Houston's daughter, Bobby Brown's daughter.
She was?
She was.
Yeah.
She is, of
She
course.
stopped being their daughter?
Well, she'll always be their daughter, but she's no longer with us. And unfortunately, neither is Nick Gordon. Nick Gordon was her ex-fiance, and it says, as of this morning, he had a series of heart attacks after he was rushed into intensive care during a New Year's Eve celebration, and his family was informed that he later passed earlier today. They say Gordon was a prolific drug user, and they believe that he was legally responsible, and he was found legally responsible for Bobby Christina's death. If you do remember, she died in 2015 at the age of 22. She was found unconscious in a bathtub with a slew of drugs in her system, and legally, Gordon was held responsible for that. So he has since passed at the beginning of this new year. So 30 years old, young life lost.
Yeah. Sad to hear that.
That is very sad to hear. This other story I want to talk about a little more in detail. So we're going to go into this story, but it may spring some discussion. Many people have seen this video that is circulating around social media where there is a man on a New York subway, Bronx subway, and he's dressed in all red. He is pestering a young woman who is sitting next to another. She was sleeping. She's sitting next to another person, a gentleman, who is also sleeping. And as the train settles, the subway train settles, the guy in red picks her up and runs off the subway train. Now, there is something good and bad about the fact that there was someone recording this entire thing. So they were able to later identify this man, and the video was, of course, went viral, which helped them find the guy. But thankfully, the young lady was able to fight back and run back on the subway. The person sleeping next to her was actually her father. It was like 2:30 Sunday morning when this occurred. 48-year-old Sonny Alloway is the man that has been accused of attempting to abduct her. He has now been charged, and this is the justice part of this. And I guess I'm kind of lukewarm on this or whatever as far as the justice. As I mentioned, the video was posted on social media. At the time, he was wearing a bright red jacket, and actually all over, he was wearing red from head to toe pretty much.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. He later went out in the street wearing a different jacket. He walks into a store where he pretty much introduces himself as the man. You guys must have seen me on TV. Nobody asked him. He took off his sunglasses, started smiling, and said, "Y'all see me on TV?" And when the men that were there recognized who he was, they began to whip his behind.
Wait a minute. He asked?
Yes, they said that he walked in like wearing shades, smiling, was like, "Hey, y'all see me on TV?" And they had actually recognized him from the video that was circulating on social media, and they began to commence to whipping his behind. So they said that one of the bystanders said that he was saying, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it. That's not me. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't try to do it."
Which one?
Well, these were all of the excuses that he was making up as he was getting his behind worn out in the street.
Same thing you tell your mama.
When you're in trouble, right?
I ain't do it. I ain't mean to do it.
And so he ends up running across the street, and someone in that facility called the police and told them that, hey, the guy from the video from the train is here. Police showed up, and they arrested him simply on the video that has been circulating, and they have charged him with unlawful imprisonment. And here's the thing. He has at least 6 prior arrests dating back to 1993 for assault, grand larceny, auto, criminal possession of a weapon, which was a knife, violation to an order of protection, criminal possession of a controlled substance, and criminal possession of a weapon, which was a loaded firearm. Police, as of this report, still have yet to identify the young woman. They do need her to come forward. The Bronx District Attorney is deferring prosecution until they can speak to the person, the young lady that was that he attempted to abduct from the train. So here's what really opens a lot of questions. Questions about social media, the person that sat there simply recording it. I guess they didn't want to get involved, but they recorded it from beginning to end. The street justice that occurred, right? It's kind of bittersweet on that one. This man is clearly,
Oh yeah.
he has prior arrests, but it doesn't say what he was ever convicted of or how much time he might have spent in the system, or there's a lot of questioning there. Is there a mental health issue? There are a lot of different issues that exist with this. How do you guys feel?
You want to go first on this one, Cornelia?
I have a full range of emotions and feelings about this.
Yeah.
First off, I think this is absolutely horrible watching the video. One of the parts that sticks out to me, because I think some of the stuff is obvious, that we have gone so far as a society that we would just rather record it. Like I'm glad the person recorded the video on one side, but think about if she didn't fight back and those doors would have closed on her, then you got to go wait to find the cop.
Right.
To find the cop to watch the video to see what you can look for the dude, and she could have lost her life by then and been completely abducted and not seen again from that time there. All because you just want to record it when you could have said something. Hey, leave her alone. You could have just spoke up.
Did. The person, you can't hear that person speaking behind. I believe it's that person because it's so close to the person's voice, and it sounds like they perhaps have an accent. But yeah, they didn't record the part where he just took her and ran out, as you saw. They began recording from the time he began bothering her. So that's an indication that you know something is going to happen.
Yeah.
And how long did they wait to say something? It was a long time.
Yeah,
They'd rather record it.
That got me. And then the person that she's with, if he was bothering you that time there, why didn't you move your seat?
Well, and that's kind of victim shaming. You can't.
Well, I'm not victim shaming. I'm just saying because it's about protecting yourself too now.
True.
I mean, the funny part of me is when you were talking about your happy weight. Well, I mean, the way he picked up, she was kind of light. She was, so me being the thicker person I am, I'm kind of glad because can't nobody pick me up and just run at the door without pulling their sciatic nerve or something. You know, they're gonna mess up sciatica. So I'm like, so don't be bad about that. You know.
Oh boy, this dude. I mean, I partially get it.
You ain't picking no thick woman up and run out the door like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Not for them doors closed. My bad. I'm sorry. You gonna sit back down and hold your lower back.
Stupid.
Well, on the flip side of that as well, and Vasir, she can contest to this. My whole thing, especially when it comes to our daughters, always, especially when they travel, I say please be just familiar with your surroundings, because you're out there for a different reason. You don't know anybody else's agenda of what they're gonna do. it could be an opportunity that they've never thought of. And I'm talking about the other people that might be causing these issues, that now they feel that I can get away with this. So the whole thing is I'm not shaming the individuals, but I'm going to tell you one thing. I would be livid at my daughters if you got that comfortable on a public train, no shoes, sleeping, and not being aware of what's going on around you. I mean, let's not even talk about the abduction part. Let's talk about theft. Your wallet could be stolen. You know, something as simple as that can cause you pain throughout the day, because now they got your ID, they're taking, you know, your credit, and all of that's messed up. But at the same time, just to be real, the one that recorded it, that was one level.
Yep.
How about everybody else on that train?
Well, there were some other people that did get involved, because you'll see there are people that keep putting their foot in the door so that the train does not take off. And you can hear someone in the background saying, like, you know, I can't say what they said. It was like, what the F?
Yeah,
You know, leave her alone, put her down. You know, you can hear somebody protesting in the background. But definitely, I think that when you look at the video and you see how the guy, after the girl runs away from him, he just sits down on the bench like he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So I think there's definitely some other issues going on there that need to be looked into. And I don't want to say that every person that has mental challenges, that need medical attention because of their mental challenges, will result in violent tendencies. I'm not saying that at all, and I don't want to perpetuate that idea, because that's not true. But you have things like this that do happen because there is a mental illness issue that has not been addressed, but there could also be a drug issue that has not been addressed. Regardless, we already have so many women that have disappeared, are black women that have disappeared, women who are sold, whether they're black or otherwise, sold into human sex trafficking and so many things. You definitely need to keep your head on swivel. I can't count the number of memes and videos and everything that are out there that circulate around social media saying, ladies, you know, watch yourself, keep your eyes open, don't do this. I mean, if you walk around and you get in your car and the windshield has this on it, don't turn on, you know, the windshield wipers. Don't get out and clean off your car. Leave immediately. That's somebody trying to set you up for a trap. There's just so many different things out there.
Right.
According to statistics from just November 2019, this report from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, of the estimated 613,000 people reported missing in the U.S. just last year, or 2019 alone, at this particular case, this would have been 2018, about 60% were people of color. And although black women make up less than 7% of the U.S. population, they represent about 10% of all missing persons cases. Estimates by the Black Missing Foundation put the total number of disappeared black women and girls at 64,000.
Wow.
And so this is between 2018 and 2019. And so it's frightening.
Yes.
And we are disappearing at ridiculous rates. And when I say disappearing, there are people, they don't have any information. There's no media coverage. And things like this need to be taken very seriously, but I ask that you would take personal account for yourself as well.
Please.
Take a self-defense class. Take more than a self-defense class. Learn a martial arts skill. You know, Krav Maga is out there. If you're not really aggressive, but you want to get somebody off you, Krav Maga is out there. Take some opportunity to learn how to protect yourself. We'll spend all the money in the mall, get our nails done, buy clothes, buy shoes, chasing that bag. You want your Birkin bag, baby. Before you get your Birkin bag, make sure you are taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Learn how to defend yourself, even if that's just being MacGyver about it, taking whatever is in your, you know, your grasp and turning it into something to protect yourself. Worry about any charges later. If somebody's assaulting you, let me be clear, if somebody is assaulting you, you got to think ahead.
Man.
Don't wait until you get into the situation. Already have a plan, and if that plan is not working, what is your backup plan? That's something you need to have. You will plan to go to the mall at a certain time of the day because you're trying to avoid traffic.
Well, I think that's when I asked, why didn't she move her seat if he was bothering her for a while? Because you do have to take some part in protecting yourself.
Yeah.
she got the right to do what she wants to. Like, if she's sitting with a guy and he's asleep, why didn't she forcefully wake him up?
And that was supposed to be her
anything,
father.
Anything else you could have. I mean, what little thing did you do? Go, hey, he's bothering me.
I mean, she never would have expected this man was going to jump up and
But
just
you
try to
don't-
carry her
But
out
you
because she was so
Well, you
lightweight.
don't have to expect it,
I
but
am-
the fact that she ain't happy weight.
With it being New York, that the moment he started messing with her, she ain't jump up to pop or kick him.
But that's the whole point. The thing is, it's
Surprise.
like nobody, you really never expect, you had said this before, something like this to happen. But you have to be prepared in case it does. The thing is, it's like right now you're on a public train. Make it public.
Yeah.
You know,
Get loud.
dude, stop, just bring attention to the situation because remember, once he found out that he was being watched and he was known, he stopped. And he tried to play it off.
Play it off.
But
Like, how you play that off?
right now, just imagine if we didn't have that footage to prove different. Now it's his word versus, the young lady. So
Get back on the train, and I was proud that she did that.
She fought
But
her way
like
back
the dude, whoever she was with, a father, brother, whoever the guy was, she was with.
man,
Wake up. Make sure if you're there, protect the person that you're with.
the
I'm
way I
scared.
travel, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I don't care if you are as tiny as someone 4'11", or a meek individual, or just shy and quiet. Ladies, for your own protection, there is somewhere where it says that if you ever come eye to eye with a bear, you got to make yourself appear bigger than that animal in order to scare them away. Your life is important. Become bigger. If it has to be a public act, better to have your life than to. I'm not going to use the word allow, but not be prepared. Let's just say not be prepared.
Yeah.
It's
your weight up.
amazing, and man,
All that being said, the thing is again,
have tools.
911, whatever you can to make known a situation before it becomes a worse situation. If that this situation could have been so worse than it actually had. And we've heard about these situations that have occurred, and it really never hits home with anybody until it literally hits home. So that being said, 2020, let's do things different, people.
Yeah, and
Let's do things different.
One more topic I want to bring up. When it comes down to the protection, I know we have a lot of independent women. You can't tell some of us nothing, and we're so big and we're so strong. But man, if you see something foul happening to a woman, don't delay on your response. I mean, I understand people don't want to get involved because people crazy and they might turn on you and everything. I get it. But you just standing and saying no or remaining present until the police can come or whatever. I implore you, get involved.
Use wisdom.
And
Yeah.
vice versa.
Use wisdom.
Yeah.
Because, you could get involved in, nobody wants to be to lose their own life because they're trying to help somebody.
True. Agree.
And
That's
you
what
help
I'm
somebody in
saying.
the wrong situation.
But
Right.
even if you can
Use
just remain
wisdom.
present, look at the woman who stood on the corner, don't even know the young man because she saw what was happening with the police. She just stood there being present in the moment so that this young man, whatever the issue was, wasn't treated unfairly by the police. She didn't know who that young man was. She just wanted to be there, to be present, to let somebody know, hey, I am here to protect the situation and what could possibly happen, to be a deterrent, if you will. So be a deterrent.
Yeah, but then that goes down to different roles. It's like a different role for the guy. We just can't stand to be present. We got to be active.
But that's what I was
You
saying.
can stand and be present and call the cops if you don't want to get so involved that you now become a target, and that's respectable. I'm not tripping off of that because you got to protect yourself as well. But let your presence be known. Women are out here. They need you. They need you. And if there's a brother slipping, step up.
Well, that's what I was saying. It has to go full forward. It has to come back as well. The thing is, if the man is going to step up and protect you, you have to also be there and present and protect each other.
Agreed.
Because the thing is, it doesn't fall on one person, especially if the man takes the risk of risking his life to protect you. You also have to protect yourself and help assist that person that was there to protect you. We can't just fall back, period. Because that's mostly what everything's happening. That's why we're in the state where we are today. Because now all of a sudden it's not my problem anymore.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The deterrent should be. It's not about it not being your problem.
And that's the thing. We have to do better, people. We don't want to hear any more about loss of life because of I'm just trying to get my likes up, or I wanted to be able to post something on World Star. Just it's stupid, man. We have to do better. So, I mean. We didn't want to really expound on this other than for all of our loved ones out there, please be aware of what's going on out there. Please, we don't know what people are trying to do out there. So we want you to live the full life, but we also want you to live that life. So everybody, just please be aware. And I'm sorry, it was just something that we really needed to touch on.
Perfect. Because it is something we need to address when we are helping each other.
Yeah.
Being aware.
We are still a community, guys. Don't give up on each other, man.
Definitely. And I mean, you know what? And this is the part of the topic of the day. Let's do something different, man. Let's do something different.
Yeah. If you see somebody in need,
say something, man.
Help.
It's easy. It's easy. They were there to help you, help them. That's all. Oh, I'm sorry.
Great.
It was heavy but necessary.
It was very much necessary. I mean, when I saw that thing, I was sick. And I could just imagine the father's heart skipping right there.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can say that you would have done if you were in this situation, but I know myself, I probably would have gotten involved early on. That's just who I am.
Well, that's about being preventive.
Yeah.
You see where it could start. Stop it before it even happened. Like, yo, will you leave old girl alone?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Is that your kid?
Like, could you wake him up beside you? Are y'all together beside you? Yeah.
I mean, I do certain things like, we were walking. This stupid thing I do. We were walking in the airport. One of my pet peeves is people that stop right in the middle of the hall. When you're going through the terminal. Mm-hmm. And you use rules of the roads, okay? If you're on the left side, walk on the far left side. If you're on the right side, walk on the far left side. Keep the lanes going. But then you got the people that walk in between. They see you coming, right? And instead of increasing their speed so you won't be disturbed, they almost kind of time it where they almost kind of running into you, right? That's one pet peeve. The other pet peeve is the people that actually stop right in the middle of the lane like nobody else is there.
Self-centeredness.
Right. But see, this is what I do. And it's funny to me sometimes, but at the same time, it never fails. The other person will be like, oh, my bad. I kind of buck up and I get my little foundation going. So I keep going in my direction and I will catch them like right in the shoulder. Where they have, if I hit them when I'm walking, they'll turn. They'll be, oh, my bad. Yeah, and you in the middle of the lane. Get out the way.
See, he one of them mean people.
No,
I can't.
When it comes to traveling, though.
Listen, you don't understand what I witnessed this trip. Hershey is the most patient person I know.
Oh, my gosh.
But I saw him do that, and then one other thing, there was this woman dragging her feet in front of us. And he mimicked the entire, as if you walk with somebody and swipe their feet off. He actually physically did this. He didn't do it to her, but he was right behind her, and he stopped like he just sweeped her legs.
You know that game when you like hit their heel?
Yeah,
where when they're walking and it make them go like.
You catch the back of the other foot, yeah.
Man.
He didn't do it, but it was just, I couldn't believe he did that publicly. Like he swept her legs, and I was
would have done it.
But I mean, come on, man. It's a high, I don't want to say it's a high risk kind of travel thing, but if you know that you're that slow, or you're taking your time and everything, just like
traffic to the right.
Thank you. Rules of the road, man. And it's like you cause or the other one when they going back and forth, where they just don't know where they going.
Clearly, this is
and then you got the people stopping back with the luggage.
An area of concern.
Oh man, it's a
you need some therapy,
bro. It's just, to me, it's just about being considerate.
The bartender ready.
Right. It's just about, for me, it's about being considerate of the other people around you. Like having the big turtle shell backpacks and then you swinging left and right, knocking people out.
Just want y'all to pay attention to how this shifted.
Bro, I'm just saying. What's one of your pet peeves? 678-894-0026.
Pet peeves going into 2020.
I'm just saying, we got to do better, people. It's not just you in this world.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
And stop being in a far left traffic lane and jumping to the right because you're about to miss your exit.
Oh, man.
That's like the worst thing ever.
Leaving a trail of disaster behind you.
You already going 80 miles an hour and you only got 10 feet to your exit there and you in the far left lane.
Oh, that's my exit.
And then you just swoop over. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Atlanta traffic. I'm sorry.
Tangent.
Whew, my bad.
Woo.
I guess we next.
Woosah.
Let me get back on this topic of the day.
Woosah.
Most underrated New Year's resolution, 678-894-0026. What say you, Kissonians? We're going to do some more shout-outs.
People are going to practice more patience.
Yes.
I don't know if I can gain any more patience than I already have.
Do this again.
I already have overextended patience.
I think all my bad habits surround around Atlanta traffic. I think all of them.
Can't say all my bad habits around Atlanta traffic.
No, talking to this woman while she's driving is the hilarious thing to me. It happened today. Was that today or yesterday?
Had to be yesterday.
It was yesterday. We were talking about a topic, and all of a sudden she just had like a Toretto moment. Yeah, baby, and I was in. Would you get your mother out the way? Oh, what you say to me? I'm like, what did I do? Not you, baby. He
My
cut me off.
kids, if they ever want to get me in trouble, they will release the recording they have of me driving and the things that I say.
Hold them hostage.
They're like, hey, if they really want to get me in trouble, we're going to release this one at any point in time, Dad.
Dad, can I get a new car? No, I'm not getting you a new. I got that recording.
My favorite,
Maserati.
my favorite phrase that I say all the time when people are driving is numbnuts.
Oh, mine is Jackass Jones.
No, it's like, hey, numbnuts.
Oh, that's such an old school topic.
Numbnuts. That's my word.
I'm with you. Like I said, mine is Jackass Jones.
See, I don't use profanity that much in my life.
678.
It's not profanity.
The word is in there. I don't.
Hey, y'all, topic of the day, 678-894-0026. Y'all can call in. What's the most underrated New Year's resolution that you've ever heard of?
I promise to use Jackass less in 2020. Jackass Jones. Yes.
I plan to clip my toenails more than once every 3 months.
You're picking up grains of rice off the floor. What about you, Hirsch?
I'm gonna be more business focused.
Oh,
see how you want to get serious?
No, because the thing is,
business
it's like I've the entire year.
Let my hair grow back.
I ain't doing that. Every day, I'm like really thinking about what I can do bigger and better. And I find that with me, I get so busy, I don't have the opportunity to sit down and schedule the business parts of it. It's just like, it's just happening. So I want to be more prepared and setting things up. So to me, it's a scheduling thing. I have to schedule more time to do some more of the serious projects that I want to take hold of.
Okay, seriously? I think myself and about 20 million other people need to lotion even when we wear long pants and long sleeves.
Oh, no!
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, like, if you wearing long pants, like, ain't no need you putting lotion on and you got on long pants.
you know what?
No one's going to see that.
I am going to join you in that crusade because I had to tell her I think that was yesterday.
A little powder covered knees.
I told her it's powdered sugar
What's wrong with that?
on my crusty buns. It was
It's
powdered
fine.
sugar.
It is fine. If you have on long pants, you should only lotion the areas that people see.
What about the rest of you? It's
Well,
crack.
it don't matter. No one sees that.
You don't itch or like.
Who
like
itches from being ashy? Oh, I guess I've broken through to that other level.
Other
Where
side.
it doesn't bother me anymore.
you done become skin itch blind.
You.
It happens so often.
But
You
if
just
you sit there and you go, I don't. Lotion the part that people see.
man.
That's cost efficient too.
Listen, here's when you know it is time to lotion. When you take off your socks and there's dust in the air, like LeBron James doing the hand chalk thingy.
That would
it's
be a
time to
huge
lotion.
situation.
It's time to lotion.
It's time to lotion when you get out the shower and you go, I didn't know I was that color. I really do got some pretty skin.
You're looking like the Walking Dead.
Oh my goodness.
I'm actually a pretty shade of brown.
Cornelius and I have a joint New Year's resolution, and that is to lotion more
Lotion more.
with the right lotion.
Okay.
Get some CeraVe up in here.
Don't get the lotion from Dollar General. If you can turn this out and it
Hey,
runs out like water,
It's
don't do that.
it's certain lotions.
Don't they have
No.
a Dermasil or something like that? It's super, like, I've come to learn that.
Don't buy off-brand lotion.
I mean, there are some.
Hey, there's some that are good.
What? Where?
I can't remember the name, but
The best lotion is the one that come in the tub like lard.
what?
CeraVe.
You got to sit there. You got to put on like you
Like
put on Tessie.
Lubriderm and CeraVe.
You put on like you put on Tessie. That's
Yeah, like
the
Lubriderm
Vaseline
and
cocoa
CeraVe.
butter lotion mix.
Vaseline cocoa butter. That smells good.
Now, women can moisturize. Guys be
First of all, let's make this. I can't feel comfortable saying the word. That's my problem.
Moisturize. Here he goes with the word moisturize.
She tell me, "Did you moisturize?" I just can't feel right just saying the word.
What you want me to say? Did you lotion your face?
yeah. Put some lotion on. Listen, you lotion the parts that people see.
Well, in my case, I need a lotion from head to toe because I don't live alone.
Well, people outside the house.
Okay.
Inside the house, it don't matter.
It do matter.
It don't matter.
It, do,
You know what?
it don't
If you
feel
cut
funny.
the lights off, it don't matter.
Hey,
It
cousin
do.
Brian online, he said, Jackass Jones not applying lotion? My new cousin left.
Shout out B. What's going on?
We talk about it all right here.
Yeah, we gonna talk about our weekend. We gonna
Put
talk
on
about.
lotion. Don't put it on. If you sitting in the house with somebody, cut the lights off. They can't see your ash.
See, this is the thing. I get
These
uncomfortable.
are great pointers right here. These are great pointers we're
Don't
going to
listen to
use.
Cornelius,
Lotion the parts that people see.
Ooh, this conversation go far left
If
field
you
right
While
now.
the rest of it
if
is
you
just
a woman or
disintegrate.
man who don't believe in shaving up under your arms, when you put on deodorant on and you feeling the hours going by, just rub in them white spots that got caught in the hair. Just rub it in like Tessie.
This dude is crazy.
These are cost-efficient tips for 2020. So we're gonna be more financially free.
That's what this is about.
This is about your
So
financial
save
freedom.
money.
Oh.
Recycle the deodorant under your arm.
Recycle, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Take the cap, because when guys put on deodorant, it always be unleveled. Women is be perfectly round. Have you ever noticed? I don't care what the woman is like. They deodorant be perfectly round, but yours be all like slanted and everything. I don't know.
Again, because there's certain motions that you feel. There's
Guys
certain,
do this right here. Women got to go to.
Look, let's break this down. It's all about
See, it's
all about how you feel. So if you go in certain rotations, for the average man, you start to feel feminine. So you don't want to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the midst of
Deodorant.
a morph.
what is the way to put on proper deodorant?
Like left
When
to
you
right.
get to when you get the roundness, cause you say like it's cut like that way.
Now,
Everybody start off flat.
now it's
And
different.
they go up. It's round.
It's different because you got the ones with armpit hair and you got ones without.
It's called a contour. The body has contour,
See?
so it would round out the deodorant. But if you got a patch of hair up under your arms, it's probably not going to contour.
Guys don't
appropriately.
contour anyway.
A patch.
We don't contour. It's like a seesaw.
Can we listen to some music? Just kidding.
And we're gonna come back to some more cost-efficient tips.
That's our new
Cost-efficient.
2020 segment. Cost-efficient tips. Brought to you by Cornelius George.
This is the Kiss Radio Show Live. We'll be back on Fubu Radio. Oh.
Searching for perfection, it's hurting our connection. All the second guessing, gon' have you missing out on your blessing. manipulation. All these rules and regulations, making it way too complicated. Way too complicated. Just be patient. Why can't you just let it be love? Why can't you just let it be? Let it be love. Why can't you let it be love? Just let it be love. Let it be love.
Look, now it's time for my confessions. Girl, it's you who's slowing up our progression. How come everything's a test? I don't understand how you don't understand. Girl, you got me stressing. Always holding out on sexing. You say I don't really listen. All these conditions. Don't get mad when I turn up missing. You know, all these stipulations, all these rules and regulations. Girl, you making it complicated. Way too complicated. Just be patient.
Listening to the all-new FUBU Radio, playing the hip-hop and R&B hits of today and yesterday.
Life is crazy, it's hectic, but I still know the Lord won't forget me. I've been neglected, went through depression, but inside of all the pain there's a lesson, a hidden blessing to have faith and don't stress it. But how you do that when you keep getting tested? Well, the answer's already in your reflection. Don't let nobody ever change up your direction. I fell down, now I'm way up. They try to hold me back, but I'm prayed up. Oh, the struggle been good to me now. I got it up off of the ground. Lost a lot on the way, but I found. Look bad, but I never look down. That's why the struggle been good to me now. I got it up off of the ground. Lost a lot on the way, but I found me. Look bad, but I never look down. I'm so good, so good. So good, so good. So good, so good. Look bad, but I never look down. That's why the struggle been good to me now. I got it up off of the ground. I got lost on the way, but I found. Look bad, but I never look down. Yeah. Look bad, but I never look down. I am alive, chasing millions, baby. I never lost sight of the vision, even when it got crazy. It was the struggle that made me the lonely nights where I cried, I tried to die, but didn't lose the fight. Yeah, yeah. I'm less stressed, more blessed, chase checks, break necks. Hell yes, I am that. I fell down, now I'm way up. They try to hold me back, but I'm prayed up. Oh, the struggle been good to me now. I got it up off of the ground. Lost a lot on the way, but I found it. Look bad, but I never look down. That's why the struggle been good to me now. I got it up off of the ground. Lost a lot on the way, but I found. Look bad, but I never look down.
back for the best independent music worldwide. It's the Kiss Radio Show live. Your music, your way. And 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for everything stupid around the world. Here's your boy Cornelius George with the Dunces.
Let's go!
Let's get it. Let's get it. Y'all ready for it?
Yes, sir.
We're going to start off the Dunce Hat to CBS.
Oh.
The TV show?
The TV network
Okay.
gets the Dunce Hat.
Let's go.
They didn't know the difference between John Lewis and Elijah Cummings.
The lies you tell.
No. They were sitting there talking about John Lewis because he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And they had a picture up of Elijah Cummings. They don't know the difference between a civil rights leader who's alive and a civil rights leader who's been dead.
Who died this year.
Yeah.
Well, 2019.
Yeah. So, we apologize. We didn't know that they were different.
Don't you got researchers on your staff?
They look exactly like. No, they don't. They both black men and bald-headed.
So here goes Samuel Jackson again with the we all don't look alike comment that he had to use. Oh my gosh.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so CBS, you deserve the Dunce Hat for that one.
Shout out to the bartender on that one.
Oh my gosh. Straight foolishness.
We're going to do a new one.
Uh-oh.
For all my new pet lovers out there, I know a lot of people that love their pets, but now y'all taking this too far. Designer dogs with glittery scrotums. The latest trend in getting your dog is to get their scrotum glitterized. You want Fluffy to be different? You imagine a Rottweiler walking around here with blue glitterized balls.
Sparkles.
Get your scoofy self away from here.
Sprinkle them.
I wonder what kind of noise the dog makes when they're doing this. Is it flavored or scented?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who? Because dogs sniff each other.
You want to know if the
Not
glitter?
the balls.
You want to know if the glitter is flavored?
Thank you.
Oh my god.
If the glitter is scented or flavored, because dogs smell each other
On the scrotum.
They smell each other in the area.
On the balls. So it's a dog walking around here with some glitter on the nose.
Yeah, here we
You
go.
sound like Tony Montana.
Lady,
And
where
now
you been?
our featured
Lady, where you been, lady? Oh, your tongue blue, lady. Who balls you been licking on?
The whole all new Lady in the Tramp.
For some of y'all people who are into it. And for old girl husband who's into bestiality,
Y'all
he
nasty.
might.
Cornelius.
Y'all nasty.
Don't you put that gold glitter on your tongue. You been out there with your. Okay, I'll stop.
Yeah, y'all nasty.
Blue glitter.
Speaking of somebody who just really, this lady here, my heart goes out to her. There's an Arizona woman who's in jail right now because she tried to set her boyfriend on fire.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she tried to burn him up because he refused to celebrate her new job at Subway. She had just got hired at Subway, came home proud of her new job as sandwich artist, and he refused to help her celebrate.
There had to be more to that
Sandwich
story.
artist.
That's all to that story.
There was either alcohol or meth involved in this conversation.
Listen, if your lady gets an accomplishment, you better help her celebrate. You ain't nothing but a sandwich maker.
And it's real simple. Just go and get your scrotum glitterized.
He probably just told her, go in there make me a sandwich now. So she's so good at
just in time for New Year's Eve.
How you a sandwich artist and you can't mess up my sandwich all the time?
Oh, meatball sub is a lot different. I don't know what to say now.
All right, here we go. You ready for the next one?
Y'all are nuts.
So many questions.
One of my favorite shows is Law and Order SVU.
Loin order?
Law and Order SVU is my favorite show.
Okay.
Where I see in 2020 there's going to be a new episode featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck on Law and Order SVU.
Is this for real?
Because at Walt Disney World, the people who are inside the costumes have filed a police report because the tourists are coming up touching them inappropriately.
Oh, that would make them special
They're
victims.
They're groping a duck.
What?
The thing about it, when they grouped Donald, he said, "What the duck?"
I'm done.
Something wrong with you.
They're groping a duck, man, and a mouse.
But how do they know where it is if it's not glitterized?
Shit. Something's wrong with her.
You gave her the ammo. You gave her the ammo.
Something's wrong with her. All right, you ready for the next story?
Mm-hmm.
This man here gets done table. He gets a real award. A Colorado Springs man robbed a bank.
Colorado.
A Colorado, yes, a Colorado Springs man robbed a bank. And as he was walking out the bank, he threw the money in the air and said, "Merry Christmas."
What?
He went in, robbed the bank. As he was walking out the bank, threw the money in the air and yelled out, "Merry Christmas."
Did he get arrested?
Yes, he went and sat down at the Starbucks and waited for the cops to come.
Okay.
Who's he trying to get inside?
I don't know. As you all know, he wasn't black because he was allowed to wait at Starbucks.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
It's funny because it's true.
I thought it was because when they went to go take his mugshot and take off his Santa suit, they found that he was glitterized.
She is stuck on the glitterized thing. Speaking of glitterized, there's a man in Florida that was arrested this week for following a lady around the toy section of Walmart and masturbating.
Here we go. I see it coming.
Yeah. And when he got ready to that special moment,
finish.
Yeah. It came out in some glitter. He called himself Puff the Magic Dragon.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Glitter went everywhere.
Like a glitter cannon.
Wow. Thank you, Cornelius, for once again showing the goofiness of the world and make it funny. Everybody, hands down.
Christmas. It was Jingle Bells.
Shout out to Cornelius.
Glitter in the glue. Remember that?
Jingle Balls.
Yes, he is. That was Cornelius George in a dunce hat that we do here on the Kiss Radio Show, live on FUBU Radio. Hashtag Dunce Hat Kiss Radio Show. Y'all make sure y'all tag your favorite dunce hats every once in a while. This man over here, he finds some good ones.
Accessorized ear animals, glitterized.
I'm done with that one.
So what do they do for female animals?
Oh, jeez. She opened the door.
Did they bedazzle the JJ?
You got the time to do that. I'm questioning you, period.
You got time to dip your animal's scrotum in glitter?
That's a dip.
How much do you hate your job, though?
Dip.
You got a voice
like, I want you to put these, I want you to put this glitter on my dog's testicles.
Could you teabag this place?
Why is all of the nasty
Gold glitter.
people got that voice?
You got a bright blue.
How would Donald sound on SVU?
What about pink? I've got a poodle. I'm sorry. Donald, I would need time to figure that one out.
What about Elmer Fudd?
Oh, you dirty guys. Oh, you touch me. Oh, it's not Elmer season. Oh, do it again. Oh.
Part of me is wondering because I see the Mickey Mouse and the Donald costume. Like, for you to be touched inappropriately, like, you must be packing a lot in the front or the back for them to feel, for you to feel it.
He just walk up, hello, Mickey. Hello, Donald.
What was the conversation again?
Do it again.
Okay, topic of the day. What is the most underrated New Year's resolution? Before
I want a new job. If you're working at Mickey Mouse down at Walt Disney World.
Or Subway next to the lady that decided to set her husband on fire. Like, what kind of sandwiches are they selling?
Yeah.
Her boyfriend on fire.
She set her boyfriend on fire over a sandwich.
He said, "Ooh, should have been glitter."
you gotta start this conversation. Oh,
Everything's oh.
I'm thinking she having a flashback to her ex-boyfriend.
You know what she sound like? Sound like one of them women in a nursing home.
What?
Like a nursing home.
Ooh, you guys fight dirty. Ooh, do it again.
Come over here and stand up in it.
That's probably the norm. Never mind.
Here we go.
Bring the glitter.
Ooh.
Here we go.
Don't forget the left one.
Here we go.
Yeah.
First of all, Happy New Year to everybody that is listening. We are in 2020. Kiss Radio Show has been in progress for 20 years, man.
Yes.
20 years.
20 years.
Wow. The visionary himself.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Wow.
I saw it.
Ooh, that's awesome. I'm doing Elmer Fudd the rest of the show.
Oh my gosh. No, don't do it.
Elmer Fudd.
Ooh, Happy New Year.
Elmer Fudd does sound perverted, though. I've never heard.
So look, speaking of New Year, I had told you earlier in the show about a funny experience I had visiting my family this past pre-New Year's weekend. I've mentioned this once before. Ghetto Uno will either add you or take you out of a family will.
Ooh, you dirty guy. You don't play right. You dirty. Ooh.
This one over here.
That's not your card. I'm sorry.
So, let's explain Ghetto Uno. The power cards are your skip, draw 4, draw 2s, and or reverse. Those are the power cards, right?
Yep.
Now, there is this motion that you can use. It's called stack 'em. If you got all the same cards, you can put them down all at once.
If you got like 3 draw 2s,
you can put them down. That makes them
draw 6s for the next person.
Correct. Now, if that next person has a draw 2, they could put it down and get rid of their card. Now that makes it draw 8 for the next person.
Yeah.
Now, if that next person has a draw 2, they could put their card down. Now it's a draw 10.
Okay.
It goes to that next person.
But if the person got a reverse, they can reverse it.
No. You have to have the same card.
Yeah, but you can reverse it. Where we play it, you can. If I put a reverse down.
He just made my point.
No, we're talking about draw 2.
He just made my point, though.
Follow the cards.
My point is, when it comes to this so-called Hood Uno.
Oh, jeez. Ghetto Uno.
I'm saying Hood Uno because I don't like the word ghetto because it means something different.
What does ghetto mean different?
Do you know what a real ghetto is?
Yes, ghetto.
We unfortunately adopted to for our communities, but the real ghetto was what they used, the Germans used with the Jewish folks back when they.
It's always one hood person.
That's what
they want to change the rules.
My whole point is there is no written rules for Hood Uno.
How about this? Now we finna write it up.
Ghetto.
Let's write up Ghetto Uno rules.
No.
We need to write them up. We need to write them up and publish them.
Publish them? Okay.
Oh, that'll be a
The Invention
right
Submission Corporation. You got
We
somebody
need to
needs
do
to
it.
write these up and submit these for an invention.
We can do it now.
Okay.
Ghetto Uno, Ghetto Monopoly.
Because my point was he started going one route with how you play it, and then you jumped in and said, and then you do this. And he was like, no, you don't do that. So you said the way that we play is we do. So there are different
He said
rules.
it's house rules.
It's house rules.
How are there house rules if they're not written rules?
It's
this
not.
is why
Those
I
are different
flipped-
houses.
This
See,
is
hold
why
on.
I flipped the table.
See, hold on. So hold
This is
on.
why I
This is
flipped
what
the
it is.
table.
See, Ghetto Uno and Ghetto card games are based on that everybody know the basic foundation of how to play the game. You know, because you read the little thing in there, but you know, we add our own spin to it. It's like when you get into the kitchen. You don't use Betty Crocker recipe the whole time. You do your own flavor that you want to.
You add that Lowry.
Yeah, you do what you want to do in there with the different recipe. You like, I ain't gonna do that because that's for them.
I'm going to go ahead
This
and
is
add
for
that
us.
mustard to my macaroni.
Yeah, when you do shit like that.
I knew it was going to get him.
Said I wasn't going to do that.
I guess his resolution is not to cuss on the radio show.
Yeah, when you do some stuff like that, yeah, you make it your own. So that's what ghetto card games are. We know the foundation how to play it. We just gonna do our spin on it.
Mm-hmm. So your story, as you were playing Ghetto Uno with your family this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
You
were telling your story.
I was telling the story.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I was telling the story. So anyway, the thing is that those power cards, they can add up. And depending on how the cards are dealt, it could become a problem for whoever's on the butt end of that deck.
Who's on the receiving end of them 8 to 10 cards?
Correct.
Mad.
That being said, I'm going to set up a background story for you. My house is, not my house, my family is very strongly religious background. All right? Most of the family members, especially the male members, were either elders or ministerial servants, so they were in the organization very deep. All right? Some of the younger family members are not. So we just recently had some additions to the family, so we are very proud of having the family all together, minus one who couldn't make it, but in the last 30 years we've been in one house all together, which was very, very emotional for me because I was very happy when that happened. All right. That being said, we got to a point where there was a draw 12. Fell on one of my brothers. And my brother, who
Pride hurt.
No, my brother, who is actually a very frequent card player.
He's a hustler.
He's a hustler. It fell on him. So his natural reaction to it was, God damn. When I tell you the matriarchs of the family turned around and looked dead at me, I was like, that was him. I was telling, I want to get in trouble. I want to go to hell on this one. Grown men.
Told.
I want to get in trouble.
40s.
You snitched.
Brother.
You want to take the L on that one.
Not today.
Not today.
Not with the elders in the building.
You ain't messing up my clean slate.
I like how they looked at him like it was his fault.
Yeah, it was.
Like I was supposed to tell him that he couldn't say that. I thought that was like an ungiven rule. This is Ghetto Uno.
You can say what you want to and then get it Uno.
But needless to say, that was the last game that was played in the room. Everybody was ready to go.
Everybody like, somebody got in trouble. The elders looking at you. You know, start praying.
Yup.
So was the drinking going on in a separate room?
No drinking. There was no alcohol in the room.
Oh, these might not be Baptist.
No.
Okay. Because my family's a Baptist. And
face.
When Aunt Lucille is the holiest one of the family. Mm-hmm. When she leave, go to the trunk and bring it in the house.
Oh.
We gonna step outside and drink in this part of the room, or outside in the yard, cause Aunt Lucille here. We want to be respectful of Aunt Lucille.
And eat gummy bears.
We gonna eat the gummy bears.
These doggone gummy bears.
Aunt Lucille, put that Jello cup down, Aunt Lucille. You don't need the baby cup. We got a whole tub for you, Aunt Lucille. Yours ain't you don't get the Jello cup, Aunt Lucille. Don't get those. That ain't for you. Different kind of communion. It's different communion, Aunt Lucille, in that Jello cup.
Don't do it.
Ooh, as long as it ain't me. 678-894-0026. Y'all can call it. Oh, shout outs. Christina, shout out. Who else is out there in the room?
Marty.
Christine, I'm sorry. Marty, what's up? Happy New Year to y'all.
Happy New Year.
It's Maury.
Ghetto rules.
Ghetto rules.
We need to create our own online. We need to do it on our page. Rules for ghetto card games. Because everybody don't know. See, because people like you need rules. You need to see them in writing. You know, when you play spades, you lead with the low club first. See, because that is how spades are originally played. That's what the rule book say when you play spades. You lead with the low club first. See, clubs always lead first in spades.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, but you ghetto rules. Whatever gonna win you that book.
Do whatever you
Right.
gotta do. Cutting people,
Excuse me.
reneging.
That's it.
It don't matter.
You can renege if you don't get caught.
Right.
And
Nobody
if you
say
get caught,
anything.
you get glitterized.
Yeah.
Why you always coming in the house with a bag of glitter? We playing cards. You said we playing cards.
Baby, what's that coming out your pant leg? You leaving a trip? What you got going on in your pants?
Talk about your
I
dry
got
cleaner
glittered.
bill.
You got a tattoo? No, I got glittered.
You know, she gets a whole conversation.
Oh,
She'll put your words in it too. That's what you said.
Can you imagine
does the glitter transfer?
as an adult walking in the room, you about to be intimate with your lady. You go to disrobe and zhazing, glitterized.
Baby,
Huh?
don't do it.
Zhazing.
That's
sorry.
you glitterized.
I will punch you in the forehead.
No, that's you glitterized.
You glitterized.
The men would be glitterized.
No, I understand. Don't think about it. I will punch you in the
Why?
forehead.
He would be threatening me bodily
glitterized.
harm because he don't want to get glitterized. Just go with rose gold. It's my favorite color.
When you get glitterized and
Especially if it's flavored.
and they swinging, there we go. She went there. She went there.
Zhazing.
That's how they get that little sparkly lipstick.
Got nothing but love for you.
They be thinking about this stuff.
You know
man.
that sparkly lipstick. Girl, you ain't got to go buy that $25 lipstick. Just kiss your man.
Zhazing.
See, that's what get
you
people in
brought up
trouble.
glitterized.
That's what people get in trouble.
Hey man, don't buy that $25
No, because
lipstick.
you got people that never thought about this stuff, and then now they hearing us on the radio, and they be like, "No, that sounds like a good idea." And you got your man asleep, and he with
And
the
if you
paintbrush.
don't know what glitterized is, be prepared to watch the What You Missed for Kiss Radio Show
Yeah, you
Live
know it's gonna
promo
happen.
coming up. Zhazing.
Glitterized. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Go on to get a glitter.
Oh, gold is my color. Ooh.
Go on to get the tank.
You can only do it twice. Though. If you do it past twice, that means you like it.
If you do it twice, you...
I love gold. Oh shoot. Oh, something was wrong with y'all.
That's Elmer getting the glitterized removed. Ooh. Professional services.
Dr. Evil, can I
It's
pay
about
this
time,
you
'cause they
for
do
gold?
have bedazzled for JJ's now.
The JJ's, yeah.
That's bedazzled, not glittered.
Glitterized.
It's still goofy, but I mean, I don't know. I was about to say I don't know what's going on in the person's head that will do that, but that could be a punchline right there in itself.
Bedazzled?
I think that's
Bedazzled the JJ. That hurts, don't it?
I don't think it's like it's stapled on or anything. I think it's glued on. I don't know.
Again, I go back to
You
my
probably are
statement.
pretty bald down there in order for you to be able to glue it on. I mean, some things. I mean, nowadays women sit on herbal pots and steam it. So I mean, I don't know. He's like, that's a different topic. Let's talk about this.
My other question was, I know they said this is a question I think only a woman can answer.
Okay, what you got?
I know some women like to do the waxing down there.
Okay.
Why don't y'all just use electrolysis instead of for your chin hair? Go for.
I don't know if that
It's like
would
removing
be
a
an area.
tattoo.
Yeah, electrolysis. I think is
You
a
know how
small
they get
electric.
I mean, you know how they get the they get the whiskers
I'm
done.
not-
They get the whiskers done. I'm gonna get electrolysis to get the whiskers. Why don't you just? That way you ain't got to worry about going back and getting it out tonight.
Uh-oh. See, you started
that
it.
went too far,
You
Elizabeth.
started it.
I don't talk about that kind of stuff.
Go ahead and say it. That's your
Nope,
friend.
not reading that.
Elizabeth says, have you ever heard about people swallowing glitter pills to make their deity more appealing?
Yes,
True
I've heard
stuff.
of that.
Google it.
Appealing to whom?
Well, didn't Dave Chappelle say that?
I don't really want to hear this conversation.
So
Didn't
they
Dave
swallow
Chappelle say
glitter
that?
pills, but
He eat diamonds, so his boo
if you love your man, you will still get the glitter.
There is edible glitter. It's what they use on cakes and cupcakes and stuff like
Let's
that.
just be real. There's a lot of weird stuff that is
Judgy.
weird to those that just heard of it, but it's normal for those that do it regularly.
Elizabeth, if you take the glitter balls, just don't use the restroom bathroom at somebody's house.
I don't know. I know Elizabeth. She could probably do it.
Don't use the bathroom at somebody's house.
She's hilarious.
Probably do what?
She would probably ask her man to glitter.
Judging.
Or he wake up and then realize.
That's what's going to happen to Cordelia Hershey on the
Nope.
next show. Cordelia Hershey.
No.
Hey, man, you never guess what
Look,
happened.
that's why I put that disclaimer out there. Better watch your forehead. Better
Like,
watch
you ain't
your
never
forehead.
If we see Vassir with a heel
Hit my
print in
head
the middle of her
with a
forehead.
Bow.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Well, that was for something else, though.
Yeah, he was hitting me in my. Never mind.
Hey, I told y'all before about some of this stuff now.
I love the response.
Hold on now, hold on.
That was for something.
Hold on, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want that image in my head.
No, it's not what you think. it is.
No, I'm sorry. She's leaving it out there too much. Oh, no. No. I don't want to hear this.
I have never heard Cornelia's protest so loudly.
No.
It's not what you think it is. It's
I
not
don't
what
care
you
what
think
y'all.
it is.
Nope.
Judging.
So you talking about glitter? Y'all go. I'm telling
No, let's get this straight. She's talking about glitter. I was talking about the punch in the forehead.
you. And you gonna.
And I was talking about him hitting me in my forehead with his bag.
I told you I don't want to hear that. I told you.
Oh man,
You misjudged. You misjudged.
I did. I jumped in too
You jumped too
soon.
far. Bah!
My bad.
You hit me in the head with your sack.
Judging.
That's on you. I'm not going.
So is that? So when he hit your head, is that not called a knapsack? You done knocked me unconscious. I gotta go take a nap. You hit me in the head with your sack.
It was an invitation.
It's a knapsack.
678-894-0026. Y'all can call in and break this up, please.
Please do, cause she is going
Elizabeth,
on
call in, please.
with the glitter.
Oh man, I'm so hot.
Did he leave the little mark on your
It
head
was
like the
glitter,
Indian
but
ladies have?
After we have him do the dip, we'll do it again and take a picture
Okay.
afterwards.
Yeah, like
Judging.
the Hindu women who
And
wear that
that's
thing
no,
on their face.
don't mix the two. That's not cool. Don't.
Really? Now that ain't cool. That's what the line is drawn.
You went too far.
That's what the line is drawn.
Don't.
Like you just got, you got a little dot like that little Hindu.
Don't. You'll know when it's done because I'm gonna post a picture that says Jajing. It's probably gonna be like a little small W right here in my forehead, and it's gonna be gold.
Oh, what's the Hindu?
She's made it known that she's going to use gold.
She's gonna use rose gold and like the Hindi tattoos.
No. You say no. Henna.
Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
Henna. Be clear. Henna.
Okay, henna and Hindu.
Just don't.
Close enough.
Don't do it.
But the people with the dot.
Don't do it.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay,
The rose
so
gold dot?
we're gonna just move. Yeah, just
Oh, now we moving on.
I was wondering how y'all want to stay on this topic. It's hilarious. You got it out
I
your
see you
system?
nodding your head. Huh?
Here we go again.
Here we go again. And the fascism today is today's fascism is all about.
You have a vasism?
She's had
Now,
2 or
unless
3
you
of them
wanna
now with
talk
the
about
glow.
what I did to your ear, your head. He's like, why?
Shout out to the bartender.
She said, not unless you want to talk about what I did to your head with the naps. See, I'm telling you, I don't want to hear any of these stories.
There's so many in your windows.
I do not have any vasisms for today. Jajing.
They're dried up.
My goal for 2020 is to have a glitterized W on my forehead.
Hey, man, you chose that. He just findeth mine. He just findeth all right. Yeah.
Found a capable woman.
Yeah, he just find us. He just find that loves glitter.
I'm like, I've never heard this. It took 2020 to bring this out.
Sparkle.
No, it took that story to bring this out. That was funny.
Lipstick.
Never knew she was into that.
She's into sparkles and glitter.
Anything.
You was a kid at school that had the glue and had the glitter and dump it on your desk and try to mix it together.
Yes, probably. I do like shiny things. Glitter, gems, that type of stuff.
I knew if that was all it took.
That's all it takes, man. Look, man, you come home and sit there, sit on the sofa with your legs open.
You see my finger? I like glitter.
Sit on the sofa, man, just with your legs open, man.
No.
All right, baby, go on to put this.
Nope. I'm gonna nod my head.
Scrotum.
This scrotum glitter.
You're going to have me over there like the stuttering dude.
Tapping it on the forehead, dog. You get these messages, man. You get these messages, man.
I'm just doing this for shock value because the expressions that I'm getting out of these two, hilarious.
Don't write no checks. Don't write no checks.
Uh-oh. Jella.
Don't write no checks. You know better than that.
I know.
Yeah, W right here.
I mean, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Why
you
is it a
said,
W? Why is it a W?
Yeah. Explain that.
Loop, vein, loop.
Two scrotum impressed. And the older you get, the more they hang down. So they ain't gonna be in your forehead. It'll be right there at your eye socket.
He just called you old sack.
I said older we get. It drop.
It go from a capital to a lowercase w.
Yeah, it just drop. It just like a door knocker. Just.
Yep, door knocker. That's what I had envisioned.
That when you swing it, they.
Right. That's what.
Let's get back to the topic of the day. 678-894-0026. What is the most underrated New Year's resolution have you heard of?
Glitter balls.
Glitter balls.
That's not a resolution.
It is now.
I want my scrotum glitterized.
Glitterized.
Women, if you ain't getting your Valentine's Day,
edible.
Get your man glitterized.
You can, with edible, there's edible glitter. I mean, yeah.
Man.
First off, women, if you get your man the edible glitter to go down there on him, you better follow through because some of y'all.
Listen, start with a light frosting base. Maybe how you make frosting with powdered sugar, I believe it is, and water. Because you need something that's going to be like adhesive, and then have them dip in some edible glitter.
Okay, and that means they got to follow through with it.
Judging.
She think it's nasty before. Oh, why is it nasty? Oh, it ain't nasty. I got all this contraption on me.
How do you feel about your husband? Oh, he's my favorite lollipop. Ooh.
Valentine's Day, glitterized, edible glitter.
Boom.
Edible frosting.
Let's do the commercial right now.
And you better, ladies, follow through with this.
Ladies, are you looking for that something special to do for your husband on Valentine's Day?
And now for our feature presentation.
Ladies, are you looking for something special to do on your Valentine's Day? Been to the mall, done that. Been to the movies, done that. Been to dinner, done that. Well, try this. Introducing glitterization. Right before master. Yes, it works for you, it works for him. All you do is apply a light coating of homemade frosting. Just a little powdered sugar goes a long way in edible glitter and many colors. Look at that choice, that palette. 3 wonderful colors in blue, rose gold, and platinum gold. Here you go, glitter balls for Valentine's Day, coming to a home near you.
Women, y'all better
Chain
follow
one,
through
apple,
with this.
take one.
It would have been better if what?
Women need to follow through with it. Because they'll get all the stuff ready and go like this. I got to do what now? Baby, you got me here with all this stuff on my part.
A kick that's going to just show up to your
Baby.
door for Valentine's Day. Your husband's like, look what I got.
Baby.
Shashing.
Look, don't put on the next thing she going to say is, now go in and take a shower and wash that off.
Oh, my gosh.
Go and wash that off
I
down the
have
sink.
got to do this.
Now
babe.
explain to your plumber how you got to get your
Glitter
pipes
out the
clean.
drain. Ooh, I like that.
Man, do you want to put edible glitter on your woman? No, you don't either because you know why?
I'm
Because
going
you do it anyway.
to, since my husband is not a willing partner, I can only test this out on my hand. So I am going to get some powdered sugar and add water till it's paste-like, and then get some edible glitter and see if it will actually stick on my hand. That might be a new little thing. Hey, people are into kinkier things.
Hey, he's not an unwilling participant.
It's gonna be called.
The hell?
It's gonna be called Zhajing the thing.
Go ahead.
Zhajing.
Go on. Come on, man. Go on and do it, man.
Edible glitter.
It's easy for you to go ahead and push somebody to do it.
Edible glitter.
Because you ain't there.
Exactly. Go ahead, man.
And then you go to the,
Then you gonna feel all dirty about yourself. Yeah, man. She had my legs in the air.
And remember, ladies, apply by hand
oh my gosh.
for best results.
I'm not supposed to be in this position.
Like, I feel so dirty and violated.
I didn't even think about
Thank you.
That ain't a bad position, man.
I just told you, it's like the certain things that
Just
men.
put your feet up and watch TV.
You can be like you in the stirrups.
Exactly. This ain't right.
Ooh, I didn't know I was a Picasso.
Oh my gosh. These people listening to us think we crazy. Monique, how you doing, sis?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Hold on.
Come help us, please.
If your woman do that, there's a question that's gonna come to every guy's head that you want to ask, but you might be afraid to ask.
First of all,
Question you gonna want to ask you. So what it taste like? You gonna ask her. You gonna ask her while she down. You gonna. So what that taste like? And she come up and kiss you with it.
It may not be fun going on, but it will be fun coming off.
I don't know.
Zhajing.
How you gonna explain that to your boss? You coming up with glitter around your lips?
Lynch.
Cause you can't never really get glitter off.
Dinner.
Edible glitter on my lips.
Snack. I'm just saying. Zhajing.
Something I ain't doing. You created. This is what you're going to expect for 2020.
first of all, I didn't come up with the topic.
We start the year off this way. Oh, this show's gonna be hilarious.
We're doing the Valentine's Day show. We getting you ready. Tips for Valentine's Day.
Oh, we can do outrageous tips for Valentine's Day.
Effective tips.
Effective tips.
Some you
for
can use,
Valentine's
some
Day.
you might not be able to use, but we're going to use these.
I already gave you tip 1 and 2. Put it on and take it off.
Glitterize your spouse, your significant other. Glitterize. And if you're in a same-sex relationship, glitterize the toy appendage.
No glitterizing of toys.
Well, I mean, because if you are two women, you don't have the glitterization thing, so you want to glitterize one of your massive toys that has a scrotum. So glitterize that.
Okay. Well, in that particular, never mind. I mean, if you can stick buttons on a gingerbread man, there are a way of sticking candy buttons on other things. I'm just saying. Just in time for Christmas or Valentine's. Zhajing.
We're going to help everybody out this year.
Yes. So come up with handy tips for See, this is how the show often transitions into it morphs.
And I had like 4 attempts to bring it back, and
they all
commercial
failed.
break. I feel like that he's ready for a commercial break.
the show was almost over.
Yeah.
Y'all just had a 40-minute conversation about glitter balls.
Hey man.
Zhajing. I can't.
Okay, I'm realizing every time you say that word, she says Zhajing.
Because all I see is Eddie from the 5 Heartbeats when he opened up that jacket. Zhajing.
Did he say Zhajing?
He did.
Really? I thought he said bang.
No.
He said bang.
He's like Zhajing.
Actually, he said, yay.
I like Zhajing better.
You want to beat me. That's what he said.
You want to glitterize my scrotum? Zhajing.
Cornelius started the story.
I just told the story.
He shared, and my creative mind expanded. I think I just expanded a
Your
brand.
creative mind or your spirited mind?
This will be flavorful.
You got to live with this.
She gonna go to sleep after the show.
It don't matter. You going to wake up one day.
Zhajinged.
She going to cut all the lights off, and you going to see all this glitter.
I told him.
So if you ever come over and I went and I
Forehead.
say, hey, I almost fudded him. You gonna know it was he woke up to ooh.
All you gotta do is check her forehead. Like, you tried it, didn't you?
You dirty guy. Right.
She gonna try you like that. I feel so less of myself. I know I shouldn't like that, but
Okay, so
when you gonna glitter?
ladies and gentlemen, this is the Kiss Radio Show live. We're gonna do some closing remarks.
He'd be at the door like Tiny Tim with glitter.
Yeah,
Can I have more, sir?
I'm just gonna go to the store.
That is not involving glitter balls.
Hey, we can't hang out tonight, man, because Vaz is gonna glitterize me again, man. You know what I'm saying? So
This is the Kiss Radio Show live.
I make sure I kept it moisturized down there so it'll stick better.
We're going to call it Elmer Fudding.
I'm going to turn off your mics in a minute. Sorry. This is the Kiss Radio Show live.
It was live.
Kissable lips.
2020.
That's actually a brand name for lipstick.
Closing remarks on the Kiss Radio Show. Vasir. Cornelius.
I pray that everyone listening, that your 2020 is truly the start of your best year. I hope that you will do what my shirt says. Sign me to. You will start to either teach, learn, create, perform, whatever it is your heart's desire, that you will start to do those things without fear.
Awesome.
Good job.
Okay, I could have a real one.
She cannot.
I would just like to say, first of all, that I appreciate everybody that listened to us this year, chimed in. Your continued support is greatly appreciated, and we thank you. We love you guys very, very much. Look for us to be more out in the community this year. We have some things planned, and we want you all to be a part of it, so keep your ears open. Follow us on Facebook. Tell a friend. Share. Also follow us on Instagram. Keep up what we're doing and let us know what you're doing as well. We want to be able to celebrate you. And we hope that it is the absolute best year ever and just get better from here.
Good job, Vasir.
I can be serious.
And what she said. This is Kiss Radio Show live. We wish bigger and better. This is a new decade, everybody. Let's do something different that we didn't do last decade. Not too many people get a chance to see these things coming. So let's do better, be better, and find great things in our lives and family. All right? I'm your boy, Corey DJ Hershey.
Vasir Serrano, the voice.
And your boy, Cornelius George.
And this has been the very uncandid Kiss Radio Show. Happy New Year, y'all. We'll see y'all Sunday, 4 p.m.